Welcome to Wednesday's Financial News Review, presented by Centepex, a multi-award-winning Forex broker. Stay tuned as we bring you the latest financial news.
On Tuesday, Intel stock surged 7.2% to close at $23.59 after investors reacted positively to the company's aggressive global restructuring, including major layoffs aimed at cutting costs and streamlining operations. The German stock market index traded above €24,200 on Wednesday, its highest in a month, reflecting cautious optimism on a potential trade agreement between the US and the European Union. WTI crude oil futures hovered around $68 per barrel, holding near a more than two-week high, supported by emerging risks of supply disruptions and a downward revision in US production forecasts. The New Zealand dollar fell to around 60 cents, reaching its lowest level in 2 weeks, after the Reserve Bank of New Zealand paused its interest rate cutting cycle, but signaled that further easing is likely if price pressures abate. Bitcoin traded at around $108,600 this Wednesday, decreasing by 0.3% in the last 24 hours. Looking back, over the last 4 weeks, Bitcoin lost 1.5%. Now let's review the major economic events of the day. At 1:30 a.m., China to release the annual inflation rate for June, following -0.1% in May. At 12 p.m., the annual inflation rate in Mexico is expected to decrease, after reaching 4.4% in May. At 11 p.m., the UK will release figures for the house price balance of June, following -8% in May. Tomorrow's major economic events. At 7 a.m., Turkey to release the annual industrial production for May, following 3.3% in April. At 8 a.m., the industrial production in Italy is expected to decrease, after reaching 1% in April. At 12 p.m., Brazil will release figures for the annual inflation rate of June, following 5.3% in May.
And that's it for today's Market News Roundup, presented by Centepex. Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow for more financial news.